Hey all, I wanted to jump on this afternoon and share a short message on Good Friday. You know, Good Friday is the reason why we have Easter. If Jesus hadn't gone and died on the cross, we wouldn't have a day to celebrate his resurrection. We would still celebrate Jesus, but we wouldn't celebrate his day of resurrection, the day that he overcame darkness and he overcame Satan and the grave by resurrecting. But Good Friday is the day that we spend in remembrance, and for me, I spend in just being thankful for what Jesus did on the cross. Jesus didn't just go and hang on a cross. His body was tortured and beaten and ripped to shreds. A crown of thorns was put on his head. He had to carry his cross through the city as his body has already been torn. And then they went and they hung him on a cross. It's known as one of the worst ways to go to be killed, is to hang on a cross, because it does so much to your insides as you hang. So you don't die of blood loss or this or that. You die of asphyxiation. You die of being strangled almost by yourself, by your body. And Jesus was willing to take that torture. He was willing to take that pain and that hurt, because Jesus, as much as he was the Son of God, he was also man, and so he felt that pain. As you have a cut on your arm or this or that and it hurts, Jesus felt that pain, and yet he was willing to go to the cross for us. And so to me, it's a day of remembrance and thankfulness, thankful that he went and he died on the cross for me and my sins, for my daughter's sins, for my son's, for my wife's, for yours. And so as we prepare to celebrate Easter, as we prepare meals or whatever it is for the family that's with us, as we prepare a few eggs instead of a ton of eggs like we normally would every year, spend today or spend a few moments and just be thankful for what Jesus did on the cross, what he did for you, what he did for humanity. Because that's what today is about. It's spending and being thankful and remembering what Jesus did on the cross that day. And so I want to encourage you with a few scriptures. John chapter 11 verse 25. This is after Jesus is resurrected. Jesus said, "I am the resurrection and the life. Whoever believes in me, though he die, yet shall he live." And as we go on to verse 26, "And everyone who lives and believes in me shall never die." Because we get to spend eternity with him. And then as we read in Romans chapter 5 verses 6 through 10, it says, "For while we were still weak, at the right time Christ died for the ungodly. For one will scarcely die for a righteous person, though perhaps for a good person one would dare even to die. But God shows his love for us, in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. Since therefore we have now been justified by his blood, much more shall we be saved by him from the wrath of God. For if while we were enemies we were reconciled to God by the death of his Son, much more now that we are reconciled shall we be saved by his life." I just want to encourage y'all for that. I want this short video message to just be an encouragement for you to be thankful for what Jesus did as we celebrate Good Friday today, and we have a reason to celebrate his resurrection and Easter.